Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Now we are starting with question number 61, pharyngeal pouch derivative. During embryological development, the respiratory diverticulum forms from the ventral wall of the foregut, near which pharyngeal pouch. Answer is fourth. The laryngotracheal diverticulum develops caudal to the fourth pharyngeal pouch, marking the region where respiratory tract buds from the foregut. Question number 62. A biopsy from a patient with bronchiolitis shows a simple cuboidal epithelium lacking goblet cells and cartilage. Which part of the respiratory tract is affected? Bronchiole. Bronchioles have simple cuboidal epithelium, no cartilage or glands, and smooth muscle walls distinguishing them from the larger bronchi. Question number 63. A 10-year-old boy with cystic fibrosis has recurrent lung infection due to thick mucosa and defective mucociliary clearance. Which structure modification is primarily affected? This is cilia. Defective chloride ion transport in cystic fibrosis thickens mucus, impairing ciliary beating in respiratory epithelium, leading to recurrent infections. Question number 64. A biopsy from a nasal polyp shows a respiratory epithelium rich in goblet cells with lamina propria infiltrated by the eosinophil. Which type of the epithelium covers the polyp? Pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium. Nasal polyps are lined by the respiratory epithelium, that is pseudostratified ciliated columnar epithelium, that contains goblet cells which are responsible for the formation of mucus consistent with the chronic allergic inflammation. Question number 65. A thoracic surgeon accidentally ligates a bronchial artery during lung surgery. Which structure is most likely affected? Bronchial mucosa is most likely to get affected because bronchial arteries supply the bronchi, bronchioles, and connective tissue of the lung, not the alveoli, which receive pulmonary circulation. Question number 66. A lung section shows phagocytic cells containing black pigment in alveolar spaces of a coal miner. Which cells are responsible for this finding? Pulmonary macrophages. Alveolar macrophages dust cells phagocyte particulate matter like carbon. Chronic exposure leads to anthracosis, common in coal miners. Question number 67. A patient undergoes thyroidectomy and later develops hoarseness of voice. Which nerve was most likely affected? Recurrent laryngeal nerve. The recurrent laryngeal nerve supplies all the intrinsic laryngeal muscles except the cricothyroid. Injury causes vocal cord paralysis that leads to hoarseness of the voice. Okay, whenever you speak, whenever you heard about the hoarseness of voice, you mark a recurrent laryngeal nerve. Pulmonary surfactant therapy. A preterm unit with respiratory distress is treated with the exogenous surfactant. Which of the following is the main lipid component of the surfactant? This is the DPPC, lecithin, dipalmitoyl phosphatidylcholine. This is lecithin is the chief component of surfactant, reducing surface tension and preventing alveolar collapse. Question number 69. A bronchoscopy reveals excessive coughing upon touching the carina. Which nerve mediates this reflex? Vagus nerve initiates mediates. The carina is highly sensitive due to vagal efferents, which mediate the cough reflex when the carina or larynx is stimulated. Some people say it carina or carina. Question number 70. Histology examination of the trachea shows glands or cartilage rings. Which of the following features best describe the trachea? C-shaped hyaline cartilage rings with trachealis muscle posteriorly. The trachea has C-shaped hyaline cartilage rings joined posteriorly by the trachealis muscle, allowing esophageal expansion during swallowing. Question number 71. A pregnant woman is given corticosteroid before preterm delivery to enhance fetal lung maturation. Which fetal cell type is directly stimulated by this treatment? Type 2 pneumocystis. Glucocorticoids accelerate maturation of type 2 pneumocystis, increasing surfactant production and reducing risk of NRDS. Question number 72. A neonate is diagnosed with pulmonary hypoplasia due to congenital diaphragmatic hernia. Which stage of lung development was most likely arrested? Saccular. Compression by the herniated viscera restricts saccular and alveolar stages, leading to fever, terminal sacs, and poor postnatal gaseous exchange. Question number 73. A section through epiglottis shows a transition from respiratory to stratified squamous epithelium. What is the functional significance of this transition? Protection against friction during swallowing. The lingual surface of the epiglottis is lined by stratified squamous epithelium to resist abrasion during food passage. Question number 74. During respiratory development, which embryonic layer gives rise to visual pleura? Is splanchnic mesoderm. The splanchnic mesoderm forms the visual pleura, while the somatic mesoderm forms the parietal pleura. This question can be asked to you vice versa form. Question number 75. A bedridden patient aspirates gastric contents. Which lung segment is most commonly affected when lying supine? superior segment of the lower lobe. Superior segment of the lower lobe. This is a very commonly asked question. In supine position, aspirated material gravitates to the superior segment of the lower lobe, especially on the right side due to the bronchial orientation. Question number 76. A 26-week premature baby develops respiratory distress soon after the birth. Microscopy of the lungs shows collapsed alveoli lined by cuboidal cells lacking lamellar bodies. Which cells are deficient? Type 2 pneumocytes are deficient because they secrete surfactant from the lamellar bodies. Deficiency leads to the NRDS. NRDS is it is not neonatal respiratory distress syndrome. Question number 77. A newborn presents with the choking during feeding and cyanosis. Imaging reveals a tracheoesophageal fistula, failure of which structure to fuse properly led to this anomaly. Tracheoesophageal folds. Incomplete fusion of these folds leaves a persistent connection between trachea and esophagus. Question number 78. A histological slide of a bronchus shows pseudostratified ciliated epithelium, goblet cells, and cartilage plate. This tissue belongs to which part of the airway? It belongs to the primary bronchus. Bronchi have cartilage plates and respiratory epithelium, distinguishing them from smaller bronchioles. Question number 79. In a biopsy from a terminal bronchial, non-ciliated cuboidal cells have secrete surfactant like fluid and detoxify the inhaled substance. Which cells perform this function? Clara cells, club cells perform this function. They are present in the bronchiole, secrete protective lipoprotein and act as stem cells for epithelium regeneration. Question number 80. A chronic smoker bronchial biopsy replacement of ciliated columnar epithelium by the stratified squamous epithelium. Which adaptive process explain this phenomena? Metaplasia. Chronic irritation leads to reversible epithelial transformation to a better resist stress.